Hello, welcome to Let's Talk About It Tuesday. How do you guys feel about the kids being back at school? I'm like torn about it. I kind of miss when Evan's not here, but I know he needs structure and he needs some stuff to do. I could probably be persuaded to homeschool him, but I don't know. Maybe I would like it, I'm not sure. But only having one little one left in school, you know, it's kind of tough to send him off on the first day, hoping that they're doing well. But he was happy to go. He actually fell asleep last night at 7:30, and I was like, wow, is he going to sleep the whole night? And then about 9 o'clock, he walked in my room, and I was like, dude, lay back down now. Don't wake yourself fully up. You need to go to sleep. And he did. I think he fell back to sleep within like a half hour or so. So he was up at like 5 o'clock this morning, and I was already up because I had a headache. So I was up from like 3:30 this morning on. I'm still going strong. But he got up, showered, and he was ready to leave for school at like 5:45, or sorry, 5:45. Yeah, 5:45. 5:45, he was like ready to leave, and I'm like, nope, can't do that. You're not supposed to be there till 7:15. So we were definitely in the parking lot by like 7:10, and he went in to see his friend. So I think he's excited to be back, excited to be in 7th grade. Anyways, I wanted to start doing something once a week. I'm going to post these videos on Facebook, maybe Instagram, and I'm going to add them to my YouTube channel. So I'll post the link so you can follow me on YouTube. And I'm going to start talking about some of the topics that people call me up or email me or Facebook message me about. I love talking to people, but I'm just so busy that there's times where I feel like I cut the conversation kind of short, and there's more information I can give people. So I will try to address some of the topics that people keep bringing to me. So I've been making a little bit of a list. I really honestly don't even know what I'm going to talk about right now, but I'm looking at this list of things that people have brought to my attention over the last like week or two. Let's talk about vaccines, in particular Distemper Parvo. This is actually kind of like on my mind because Ryan and Corey just got a new puppy. She's super cute. And they're kind of going through this right now where they adopted her. She had 2 Distemper Parvo shots and she needs a 3rd. So that's coming up in a couple weeks because they have to be spaced about 3 weeks apart. So what's happening for them right now is they're carrying her around in public a lot. And I totally agree with that. I want them to do that. When people get a new puppy, they oftentimes want to go into PetSmart, Pet Supplies Plus. They want to take them to, sports games. They want to take them to visit family. They're putting them down on the ground. It's not safe. I will tell you, that's why I require 3 Distemper Parvo shots for puppies to come into Doggo Mafia to get trained. If your dog is over a year old, I am very strict about making sure that they are kept up on their annual booster shot, because Distemper Parvo is nasty. Most dogs don't survive it. It takes over their body fast. So a young puppy can catch this in a heartbeat. You go into Pet Supplies Plus or PetSmart or one of those pet stores and your dog's on the ground. Any dog that walked through there that had any kind of illness, it could just even be like they could have had worms and they could have went to the bathroom on the ground. Even though it was picked up, the parasite can still be there on the floor. Your dog licks the ground. Let's face it, their nose is on the floor constantly, and boom, they're sick. There's just so many illnesses and diseases out there that I know we can't like protect them from everything, because like even something like kennel cough, people are constantly getting a kennel cough shot for their dog. I don't even require it anymore for training, because there are so many different strains of kennel cough. It's like the flu for us. You can get a kennel cough vaccine for your dog, and they can come down with kennel cough, 6 months later, and people are questioning why are their dogs getting this when they got the vaccine. Well, that's because there's a ton of different strains of it. So it's impossible to protect them from all strains of kennel cough. But kennel cough is something that is easily overcome. It sounds worse than it really is, and most dogs come out of it fine. Distemper Parvo, different story. If your puppy does not have 3 shots, do not take them and place them on the ground in public. Carry them, put them in a wagon, put them in a stroller. So what? It's cute. Put them in there, protect them. If you're going somewhere and you can't leave the puppy home, take puppy pads with you. Put them down on the grass. Let the puppy go to the bathroom on a puppy pad. Scoop it up, toss it. Do not put them on the grass if they are not fully vaccinated. They need those 3 shots. Some vets are even requiring 4. I think that's a little much, but again, I'm not a vet, so who am I to say? But 3 shots is what I require for training. If your puppy is, your dog is young, it's a young puppy. After a year old, I will be looking for the annual booster. If people come to me and say I never got that original series, but I got 1 shot, a lot of times I call and talk to the vet. There's reasons why a vet may not go back to the original series, and it's because if a dog is much older when they come to them, they have medical reasoning why they do things the way they do. So Distemper Parvo, very deadly. Your dog will get very sick. Please don't let that happen. Carry your young puppies around. Even if you get a middle-aged, or I would say like, 6, 7, 8 month dog that you are rescuing, if they haven't gotten the series, they're in the same position. They don't have to be a young puppy. They could be older, and if they don't have the series done and your vet is just starting it, same thing applies. Don't put them down on the ground. Don't take them to places like PetSmart. Don't go to public parks. Do not go to dog parks. You have to make sure that your dogs are protected. So that's my spiel on Distemper Parvo. It's just something that's coming up a lot right now because of Corey and Ryan getting this young puppy. It's been on my mind. People have asked me some questions about it because I have the pup trot coming up in October. I require rabies for obvious reasons. We're very careful about dogs spacing out on the walk, and it's not enough time for dogs to interact and play and things like that. They're spread out. You're walking with your dog. You're in public. You're near other dogs and people, but you're not interacting and having a play group at my pup trots. But of course, anything could happen. I require rabies when dogs come into me if they're over 6 months, because obviously with what I'm doing with training, it is, possible that I could get bit at any moment. It happens. It's happened to me many times. It's just the nature of what I do. So for the pup trot, you have to have a current a current rabies shot if your dog is over 6 months. Why not under 6 months? Most vets don't vaccinate dogs that young with a rabies vaccine. So if you're coming to the pup trot and your dog is not fully vaccinated against Distemper Parvo, again, I recommend in a wagon, in a stroller. You can still participate, but let's not put the dog on the ground to walk around in public if they're not protected. Mandatory rabies vaccine for the pup trot if they're over 6 months. Check out the pup trot on Facebook, and you can go on my website, doggomafia.com, and you can register that way and pay your registration fee. Don't forget, $10 from every registration is going to Lucy's family. If you're not familiar with Lucy, I'm going to put a link in this post. You can read about her and see why I'm donating money to that family. The other thing we have is the Love for Lucy bandana. Thank you for the people who are purchasing those. Spread the word. These are $10. I'm giving back 100% of the profit from these bandanas to Lucy's family. Again, read the story, get familiar with it, and you'll be excited to find out about Lucy and what we are doing. She's actually leading the pup trot this year. So she and her sister Lily and their family are going to be the leaders of the pup trot. So make sure you get registered. Before I sign off, one last thing. I had an order this morning for a Doggo Mafia Bills bandana. This is Addie's. Super cute. If you're interested in this, you can get them online on doggomafia.com. You can pick up from me. I will ship. You can choose a shipping option. Same with the Love for Lucy bandanas. You can do them for dog or cat. There's a way to make it work for both. I even had a little boy pose with a Love for Lucy bandana, and I posted it on there. So by all means, people can wear them too. So anyways, if you have questions and like topics you want me to address about dogs, I'm not great about cats. I mean, cats are kind of untrainable in my opinion. They're pretty independent, and people do ask me cat questions, and I don't really have a ton of answers. I can give some knowledge, but not a whole lot. So questions about dogs, submit them to me on doggomafia716@gmail.com, and I will pick different topics to talk about on Let's Talk About It Tuesday. Have a great day, guys.